I've been diving since I was basically 15 years old. When I met Hilary, she hadn't been a diver, and she enthusiastically picked it up.
Scuba diving became a regular part of Bill and Hilary Greenberg's travels.
Our kids were always jealous that we would either go off, so we decided we would take them with us to go diving in their April vacation in Costa Rica.
We were probably the most advanced divers in the group we were with, so it was going to be a pretty easy dive.
I don't really remember like jumping off the dive boat. I don't remember going down, any of that really. Bill calls it a surge. It was like a terrible, terrible, severe shoving, where in my mind I'm thinking, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, what is this? And that's the last thing that I remember.
It's like being caught in a wave. You can't fight this, so you just want to go with it, and it pushes you about 30, 40 feet forward with the other people in the group. I look right behind me, and I don't see Hilary. She's not there where she was supposed to be. And all of a sudden, out of the side of my eye, I see her sitting at the bottom with her mask on and her regulator out of her mouth. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm freaking out. It's like, I couldn't believe this. And I mean, she looked, I just couldn't believe it. So we lifted her up to the surface, which is about 35 feet up. And she wasn't breathing. I mean, she drowned. And finally, we lift her onto the boat, and we're able to start good CPR at that moment. Some people are saying, you know, it's not working, give up. I'm like, I'm not giving up, you know, and thoughts are going through my head. It's like, well, if I revive her, is she going to be okay? Is she going to be brain dead? I mean, I'm thinking that she's healthy. She was diving a few minutes ago. I should be able to revive her. She should be able to come back.
After 40+ minutes of CPR, Hilary was back on land, and Bill received his first piece of good news.
She was alive. I mean, her heart was beating, but we just didn't know anything as far as her brain function, what was going to happen.
After 14 days and 3 hospitals, Hilary was transferred to Burke Rehab Center in White Plains, New York.
The day after she was admitted to Burke Rehab, I was driving and I got a phone call, and they said, Bill, you got to get down here right away. Hilary's up and she's talking. She's talking up a storm. She's laughing. She's saying things. I mean, totally different than the previous day where they had said she was in like a mid-level state of consciousness. So this was like a major, major breakthrough.
Dr. Mark Hersig oversaw Hilary's care.
Hilary sustained what we refer to as an anoxic brain injury, where her brain was deprived of oxygen for a period of time. We were hopeful. The brain does heal. We were hopeful that she would make gains, but we're never really that sure as to how much progress they'll actually make.
They would give me like oatmeal for breakfast, and I couldn't figure out that I had to put the spoon in the bowl and then bring it to my mouth. It was really, it was difficult for me. That, you know, you know.
Basically what was happening is
my brain
her brain was coming back online.
Right.
I mean, that's the amazing thing that you could see happening.
The thing about the anoxic brain injury, it's never the same in each individual, because it depends on where in the brain it affects those cells the most.
Aw, good boy.
As she's come around and as she's healed, it appears it's affected mostly her frontal lobes. The frontal lobes are our most advanced part of our brain. It controls our thinking, our planning, our sequencing, our ability to comprehend information on a very complex level, our ability to sort of pick things up in a situation, so perceive things.
Thanks to extensive therapy, Hilary has made great gains, but it's unclear if her brain will completely recover from injury.
I was getting speech therapy, occupational therapy, and physical therapy. But I didn't really recall a lot of improvement for quite a while.
Yet she remains grateful to be here at all.
It kind of freaked me out. One morning he said, you know, you were really dead. I said, I was? He said, yeah, you were. And that didn't register for me for a very long time. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful that he did what he did, that I'm able to be a mom to my 3 kids, be a wife, and be able to kind of reassemble my life to the way that it was.